Good Saturday, everyone. Looking at our storm reports from yesterday, my goodness, it was a little bit of a tense day, but it may be kind of hard to see on this map, but Nashville's kind of right there in the middle, and you see to the north and east of Nashville had some wind damage reports, had some large hail reports. Those storms, when they really fired off initially, were really causing some issues, especially around the Gainesboro area and areas to our northwest. And we were watching those as they slid our direction. And thankfully, they did weaken substantially before they got here. We still had a lot of noise. We had some gusty winds, some heavy downpours. That cloud to ground lightning was some pretty wicked stuff, especially watching it as it came into the county, into Cumberland County from the west. It was quite an impressive lightning show, so it was easy to get mesmerized by that. But my goodness, it is the time of year when the seasons are beginning to change, and so we're going to start seeing more of these thunderstorm chances as we go along. Now, the fall severe weather season is not nearly as active typically as the spring severe weather season. It's much more, it seems more spaced out, like you'll have an event and then you'll go many days before you have your next opportunity, and that's certainly the way things are playing out this year. So our Upper Cumberland Federal Credit Union weather headlines: a wet Saturday, but trending drier by the evening hours, and then cooler and drier for Sunday and into whenever. So Premier Generators bring us our level of concern. And level 1, we're concerned about localized flooding from heavier downpours of rain. I'm still seeing some very heavy downpours on radar this morning, just kind of scattered throughout the region. So if you encounter one of those, look for ponding of water on roadways and some possible issues with that localized flooding. But I'm telling you what, Clearview Closet and Blind reminds us that once we get through today, of course, Saturday, right? The rest of the days on the 5-day are looking fantastic. But today we got that rain. So rain is happening. Highs only around 70. Probably won't get out of the upper 60s for many of you all. And then Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, highs in the low 70s to start on Sunday, and then creeps up to around 80 by Wednesday, and mostly sunny skies. I may have to add a couple of clouds to one of those days at some point, but my goodness, we'll take it, right? Lots of sunshine, pleasant temperatures, low humidity levels, cool overnight lows. Very typical fall-like weather. A little early. It's not officially fall yet, but Mother Nature decided to give us some fall-like weather anyway. Premier Generators bringing us our threat outlook. Just looking for that localized flooding issue for today, and then after that, there's no worries for throughout the next 5 days. So Weichert Realtors bringing us our extended threat. So what's it looking like beyond this 5-day forecast? Well, from about a week from today and into the next week, as long as nothing tropical comes our way, it looks like we could be in for a heat wave. So temperatures getting back above normal again. And then mentioning the tropics, we did have that area of disturbed weather out in the Atlantic. It had a 90% chance of developing yesterday. Today it has a 30%. I don't think I've ever seen a system downgraded as rapidly as this one has been, but it has encountered some dry air, some other inhospitable features, and it is just all but destroyed. So that's good news, because that was a concern for the U.S. and now it's not so much, but we'll still keep an eye on it because it is still a disturbance floating around out there. On this day in history, brought to us by Bramble Travel. 1881, forest fires in Michigan and Ontario resulted in a yellow day in the northeast U.S. 20 villages in Michigan burned. Total of 500 people were killed. Candles were needed at the noon hour just to be able to see. 1909, the New York Times headline announces American explorer Robert Peary discovered the North Pole 5 months earlier, which is now thought to be unlikely. 1925, temperature at Crossville at the experiment station, the UT experiment station, reaches 103, setting an all-time record high, something you don't expect this time of the year. You'd think about that in July and August, but no, our all-time record high, at least at the Crossville experiment station, is 103, set on this day in 1925. 1925, a very hot September statewide, which you'll see in tomorrow's day in history as well. Don't forget to download that app. A lot of you all downloaded that app yesterday to keep up to date with the storms. There'll be more storms in the future, and then there'll be snow and ice and all that good stuff. Download the app. It's in the Apple Store, Android. It's free, and you'll get those push notifications as soon as I update the information. So you folks have a wonderful Saturday, and keep looking up. For even more weather information, just go to meteorologistmark.com.